And I'm going to hand over now to Marc Wegerif from the Center of Excellence in Food Security, who's one of the hosts of this event.
Thanks. I hope it's okay if I stand up for the cameras, then I can see people better. So, yes, I'm Marc Wegerif. I'm at University of Pretoria, and I'm a principal investigator with the DSIT, the Department of Science, Innovation, Technology, and National Research Foundation Center of Excellence in Food Security. So on behalf of that Center of Excellence, I want to welcome you all here online and in the room, and especially the speakers from different parts of the world. It's great to have you here for this. I'm very mindful as we stand here talking about building equitable food systems from below, that we're in a world where we have increasingly concentrated food systems owned from and controlled from above. We're also in a world where at the moment and over the last years, food and hunger have been used as weapons of war, maybe more than we've seen for many decades, obviously in Palestine, in Sudan, Al-Bashir recently. So I'm very mindful of the sort of tragedy of the abuse of the food system as a weapon of war, as part of genocidal actions, as well as in our everyday, the way the food system is more and more concentrated. So that makes it all the more important that we do think about a different kind of food system, and a food system from below that is created by the majority, for the majority of people. Let me just say a few things about the Center of Excellence. That's my task here as well, promote the center. And it's a great center. It started in 2014. It has three main programs of work. The first one is power and governance in food system transformation and implementation. And then we have technological innovation, looking at things like smart foods and sustainable cropping practices. And we have health, nutrition, and safety for food security as well. So across those, what we're doing as a Center of Excellence is trying to do innovative research that can provide the information, the knowledge, the insights that can help build a better food system. And I think we have to thank the government of South Africa that has really invested in this. It's government funds going into this initiative to support a range of research that hopefully helps to improve our food system. Just to give you a little flavor of some of the research that I do, with support of that Center of Excellence, which I think of as focused on the urban food systems of the subaltern, those in poverty, those who are oppressed. For example, we've been doing a lot of research with street traders, and we're seeing how the combination of street traders creating space on the streets literally and space in the economy linked to public markets is very competitive and outcompeting the supermarkets. Just one figure from that research we did where we've been tracking prices for 2 years, which I think shows the benefit of this kind of food system. But from 2023 to 2024, we looked at 10 different fruits and vegetables. If we took that basket of fruits and vegetables, the wholesale prices across those increased by 6.1% year on year. The formal sector prices from the supermarkets increased by 7.4%. So the wholesale prices went up 6.1%. The retailers increased their margins even more by increasing their prices by 7.4%. But the street traders we were tracking increased their prices by only 4.1%. So they absorbed some of that shock in the wholesale price increases. They protected their clients who often they know they're living in the same neighborhoods with them. We have a student of ours, Oscar, in the room, and he was looking specifically at young men who with carts are selling door to door. And when he compared the prices they are selling at your door in small quantities, something like cabbage was half the price from that street trader compared to from the local supermarket, which you'd have to travel to, get a taxi to get to. So they are playing a key role, and they're expanding their share of the fresh produce market. And we're also looking at other foods like maize, which is, is a staple and so on. What we can see from that is that such food systems and initiatives from below, even with no support from the state, in fact facing often harassment, can compete, can create a different kind of food system. It's not just lower prices, it has a different logic, a different set of relations involved compared to the corporate food system. The public markets are essential and so different from the privatized spaces of the malls and the supermarkets and so on. So we believe we can learn so much from what people themselves do from below and how they create a different kind of food system from below. Well, we're here, I have to mention the G20 because we're here for the G20. And I think we welcome the G20 having this focus on food security. That's great. But I would really hope that from above, these leaders of the rich nations of the world would take into account what people do on the ground and those food systems from below, and enable those food systems, encourage and support those food systems. And as we believe, those have got to be part of the solution for the future. So with that, welcome to this discussion. Welcome the speakers. I look forward just to listening from now on and learning something from the different speakers here. And Steve, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mark.